Hey, what's going on everybody? Jason here, and welcome back to another Vanguard Zombies video. Today we have a very lengthy article from Treyarch explaining how Vanguard Zombies works. It says here, your gameplay guide to Vanguard Zombies. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So first things first, let's go ahead and take a look at the artifacts. It says right here, these entities are known as Syraxis the Shadow, Be'lakor the Warlock, Invictor the Destroyer, and Nordicus the Conqueror. At launch, they will provide players with the following artifacts and abilities. Dragon of Syraxis spawns an ethereal explosive dealing massive damage to enemies who set it off. So that sounds like Energy Mine. Mask of Be'lakor cloaks you in dark ether, masking your presence from the enemies for 5 seconds. That's basically Ether Shroud. Sword of Invictor sparks a ring of ethereal flame to boost the damage for anyone within its radius for 15 seconds. That's Ring of Fire. And of course we have the Horn of Nordicus. Summons a frigid vortex, damaging enemies with the initial blast and slowing those that enter. So that is Frost Blast, and I really like the names of the artifacts too. It sounds pretty cool. Moving on to the next section, which ties into the artifacts and the Dark Ether entities, we have new narrative voices. In addition to their gameplay benefits, these Dark Ether entities will serve as in-game characters in their own right. While the narrative will be primarily driven by the voices of Demonologist Gabriel Kraft, Oberfuhrer von Liszt, and Cortifex the Deathless, the other Dark Ether entities will provide their own unique gallows, humor, and commentary throughout the game. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that the demons, the Dark Ether entities, are going to be their own characters, and that's how we're going to be learning more about the story. Similarly, the players can expect the operatives the entities are bonded with to be a bit more, shall we say, expressive in their opinions compared to the more serious, mil-spec tone of the operators in Black Ops Cold War. Although the setting of Vanguard Zombies may be brutal and disturbing, let's face it, we're all here to have some fun. And I agree, we are all here to have some fun. Moving on, we have the Altar of Covenants. 32 new upgrades. This is very interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look. In addition to an ever-changing gameplay space and increasingly difficult objectives, the Altar of Covenants is one of our biggest innovations in Zombies to date. Covenants offer powerful new abilities to equip as you progress through the match, provided in exchange for the new sacrificial heart loot item earned by completing objectives. You'll get access to 11 unique Covenants at launch, each with multiple rarities for a total of 32 upgrades to explore. That's insane. The initial set of Covenants includes Bloodlust. Melee attacks do more damage and heal you. Okay, so that basically sounds like the tier 5 ability of the melee perk tree from Black Ops Cold War, and it sounds like Ethereal Razor as well. Resurrectionist. Revive your allies faster. Okay, so Quick Revive is turned into this Covenant thing. Brain Rot. Chance to turn enemies to your side. Cryo Freeze. Chance to slow enemies. We've seen those two in Black Ops Cold War. We have Death Blow. Critical kills return bullets to the clip. Wow. That's pretty cool. I can definitely see a lot of people using that one. Ammo Gremlin. Stowed weapons refill ammo from stock automatically. Okay, so just like the Bandolier Bandit modifier from Black Ops 4. Dead Accurate. Consecutive hits on the same enemy do more damage. Okay, so that sounds like the Deadshot tier ability from Black Ops Cold War. Splatterfest. Enemies killed by explosions may explode. Okay, that's interesting. Unholy Ground. Deal more damage while stationary. Oh, interesting. So for people who do a lot of camping, this will be very good for them. Cold the Weak. Deal more damage to slowed or stunned enemies. That's very interesting as well. And Motherload. A chance to keep equipment after using it. So basically the tier upgradeability of Mule Kick in Black Ops Cold War. You can have up to 3 Covenants at a time, and the selection of available Covenants randomizes after each objective completed, so you'll always have new specialties to choose from. Alternate ammo types from previous games have also been incorporated into Covenants for the best of both worlds, including favorites such as Brain Rot and Cryo Freeze, as we saw earlier. And here we go. We have the first in-game look of the Covenants here. So we have a rare Covenant, which looks like Motherload, Cold the Weak, and Unholy Ground. And we have the active Covenants here that the player has that maybe the player wants to exchange Ammo Gremlin for Cold the Weak, and so the player can just do that. Very interesting system. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out in the game, but it sounds really cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it exactly works in practice. And since the Covenants have rarities, it's very important to find your perfect build. It says right here, the true strength of Covenants lies in their upgraded rarities, however. For For example, while the rare version of Cold the Weak deals 50% damage to slowed or stunned enemies, the legendary version can deal a whopping 100% plus base damage in addition to 100% plus critical damage. Combining that with Cryo Freeze and Dead Accurate, you'll be shredding through zombies in no time as long as you can hit your targets and stay alive. This is giving for a huge in-depth look to customization in zombies, and there's going to be a lot of mixing and matching and a lot of different strategies people are going to be implementing for the higher rounds, and I think these covenants are going to be extremely important, maybe more important than the perks, but we'll just have to find out what those perks are. And speaking of the perks, let's go ahead and read about the new perks in Vanguard Zombies. As you complete more objectives and unlock new areas of your forward operating base in Stalingrad, you'll gain access to perk fountains containing brand new upgradable abilities. This perk system is entirely different from previous games, with all new theming to match the occult setting of Vanguard Zombies, offering a streamlined approach to the surface with deeper gameplay potential as you get deeper into the match. These are the 5 perk fountains available in Der Anfang. Fiendish Fortitude increases health, basically Juggernog. Diabolical Damage increases critical damage, basically Deadshot. Venomous Vigor boosts health regeneration speed, so it's half of Quick Revive from Black Ops Cold War, it looks like. Demonic Frenzy boosts reload speed, Speed Cola. Ethereal Haste boosts movement speed, Stamina. For the first time in Zombies, the base tier of each perk will be free once you unlock access to it, and you'll be able to upgrade each perk up to tier 4 in-game. This is a shift from the out-of-game skill tier system in Black Ops Cold War, offering new ways to invest in your perks in real time as you play. So that's very interesting. It kind of reminds me of a mod that I played a long time ago for Black Ops 3, where the mod introduced Black Ops 4 perks to Black Ops 3 Zombies, and in order for you to get the modifier for the Black Ops 4 perk, you'd have to walk back up to the perk machine and re-buy the perk. So this is kind of giving me that same vibe where you can upgrade, let's say, Demonic Frenzy all the way up to tier 4, and maybe you'll have to walk up to the machine, purchase the upgrade with your points, or salvage, if salvage is even in this game. But this is very interesting to see. This game is definitely very, very different from Black Ops Cold War Zombies, more so than I thought. Perks will offer powerful base stat upgrades at each tier, but they won't come cheap. Once you've activated the free tier 1 version of a perk, oh, it's free. Oh, that's very interesting. You'll need to pay 2,500 essence for tier 2, 5,000 for tier 3, and 7,500 for tier 4. Okay, so that just answered my question I just asked. So you have to spend extra points. That makes sense. Each upgrade will increase a specific base stat, with higher tiers providing bigger enhancements. As an example, Fiendish Fortitude provides plus 25 health at tier 1, and goes all the way up to plus 100 health at tier 4 for a massive boost in survivability. In another Zombies First, you'll keep the base level perks you've acquired so far if you've downed, since the first tier is free. That is very, very interesting. But beware, you'll also lose 1 tier from each of your perks, which can be devastating in high rounds. Remember, upgrading from tier 3 to 4 costs far more than going from tier 1 to 2, so you need to stack your upgrades carefully to avoid bankrupting your essence after you go down. Choose wisely. The next section of the article talks about weapon acquisition and upgrades. Let's go ahead and read. This time around, you'll need to loot chests, spin the mystery box, and watch for drops from powerful enemies at higher rounds to get your hands on additional weaponry in lieu of old school wall buys. You'll manually upgrade your weapon at the pack punch machine once you've saved up enough essence as usual, though the costs now start at 7,500 essence for your first pack, then 15,000, then 30,000. That's very interesting. So no more 5,000 pack punch. 7,500 Pack-a-Punch is tier 1. Weapon tiers are now defined by their Pack-a-Punch level, denoted by 4 colors. White is unpacked, blue is Pack-a-Punch level 1, purple is Pack-a-Punch level 2, and orange is Pack-a-Punch level 3. So there is no traditional weapon rarity system, so no arsenal, no place to upgrade the weapon rarity. It's all going to be done in the Pack-a-Punch machine. Also new for Vanguard Zombies, pre-packed weapons can now drop from Sturmkriegers or be awarded from the mystery box, so it pays to keep an eye out for your next upgrade upgrade in the field. You're definitely going to need it as the rounds keep going up. And just like Black Ops Cold War Zombies, we have custom loadouts and preset loadouts. Nothing too crazy here, just a random weapon and a random field upgrade, or rather an artifact it's called in this game, and then you'll eventually be able to create your own custom class. A new experience with every match. In another twist on the Zombies formula, the gameplay space will now change throughout the match as Cortifex's Dark Aether barrier shrinks and expands. This means no two games should feel the same as you take on shifting variations of the core objectives at launch: Blitz, Transmit, and Harvest. One minute you may find yourself fighting for your life in a single corridor of Shinonuma, and the next you could have access to both floors of the main hut. As the rounds continue, keep an eye on the barrier markers to designate the playable area for each new objective, and make sure you don't get yourself cornered. And that's just the start. So it sounds like Zombies Onslaught, but with a different spin on it, where you have the safe zone in Zombies Onslaught, but this safe zone is going to be expanding and shrinking and changing and doing all sorts of crazy things, tied in with objectives similar to Outbreak, but the rounds are also going to be going higher. Very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Season 1 and beyond. Starting on December 2nd, new Zombies content and features will begin to roll out in Vanguard, including a new objective, additional covenants, new weapons, zombie season challenges, holiday-themed updates, and more. Players will also encounter some other surprise elements later in Season 1 that will set the stage for our upcoming main quest. So does that mean there is no Easter egg at launch? Dang. That is unfortunate. I would have liked to have an Easter egg at launch. This main quest will be tied to the arrival of an unexpected ally after Season 1, which will further expand the narrative of the Dark Aether, and reveal more details about the characters and entities that players will have encountered thus far. Check out the Call of Duty blog for more details on what to expect across all of Vanguard during the preseason and Season 1, which we already covered that in a different video. Post-launch, the team will also add new artifacts as additional Dark Aether entities join the fight against their ancient enemy, Cortifex. Each of these entities will bring their own unique powers and personalities to the game for an even more immersive experience as the seasons continue. And one more thing before I end off today's video, we have a new version of Damned. Damned 5 is what this new version of Damned is called for Vanguard Zombies, and it sounds really cool. I'm not going to be playing it in this video just in case of copyright, but go ahead and take a listen to it. It's pretty cool. Well, there you have it, everybody. The gameplay guide to Vanguard Zombies. These new gameplay mechanics seem very, very interesting, and I'm looking forward to hopping in the game and testing them out firsthand. I'm kind of bummed that we don't get a main quest for Der Anfang until Season 1, but I'm just really hoping that the main quest is really good. But anyways, guys, what do you think about the gameplay mechanics of Vanguard Zombies? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, leave a like and subscribe if you're a brand new viewer, and check out all the links down below in the description so you stay up to date with everything that I do. And with that said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending on where you are in this crazy world, and I'll see you guys next time.